early evening, everybody. I hope that you guys are having an awesome day. My name is William Surfrile, and I am at my shop, and I want to just speak on a couple of things before my day goes into overdrive here. I made a video a couple of days ago about the Billy Carson and West. So I know how when YouTube sees certain names, it will automatically chime in to different accounts and things of that nature. While I'm airbrushing, I'm an airbrush artist, so you hear that hissing in the background. I'm going to make this video no more than 30 minutes long, and I'm going to speak on some things, and I'm dedicating this to those who are Christian, those who are of the quote-unquote conscious community. No matter how you feel about the debate, if that's what you call it, however you see it, I want this to be a video that is inspiring. All right? So, as you all can see, I'm an airbrush artist. Thank you all for tuning in, whoever you are. I hope you all can hear my volume very carefully. I'm going to make this as clean and as positive as possible. My message to number one, Mr. Carson, I've been following you for quite some time. I ain't got nothing but the utmost respect for you and what you have done. You have done something that most people don't know how to do. And you know what that is? It's something that's not illegal yet, but it's something that if everybody applies to themselves, they'll be a better person. And that's actually think. He's making people think. He's making people think. But on the flip side of that, Billy Carson has exposed some things that some of us have already known about people, particularly religious people. And that is, they really don't read, they don't study, they listen and memorize, and they base their lives off of somebody else's theory. They're called followers. I'm not just talking about those who are Christians. I'm talking about Muslims. I'm talking about Hebrews. And I'm just talking about people in general. Billy Carson, if you should ever see this video, and I know that there's a lot of videos that's talking about that debate. Brother, I love you. Brother, come back stronger. That's it. You black. You know how many times black people have been unfortunately put on the spot, talked about, ished on, etc. Man, just come back stronger. If you truly believe in what you're doing is right, then by all means, man, don't let none of these people bother you. There's a movie called The Cotton Club. In the Cotton Club, the brother that played Sandman got into an altercation with the bouncer of the Cotton Club, and he wanted him killed. And in the movie, he said to Bumpy Johnson, played by, I can't think of his name right now, please forgive me, Lawrence Fishburne. And the guy who played Sandman was Gregory Hines. And he told the brother, I'm this, I'm that. I can't even get into a club where my people, black people, perform. You, on the other hand, where do you perform at? Meaning that you are on a higher echelon, brother. You've created an industry dealing with consciousness. You've created an industry where people are actually doing something that was banned for black people for hundreds of years. And that's reading. You've made people actually get so upset with you that you had to get some white boys. They had to go get white boys to battle you. Because the black people that didn't like what you had to say was too cowardice to debate you. For 10 years, you have been on the road talking about this type of consciousness. Now, one black person had enough guts to come to you and say, I want to debate you online. They had to get some white boys, and I ain't trying to be racist. I'm just talking about the facts, and I'm going to stick with the facts. They had to get somebody to sit up here and surprise you with somebody that deals with Christianity, theology, and language to talk to you. Not one black person has done that. But guess who's on social media making videos about this debate? Black people. You weak so-and-sos. From the Christians to the Hebrews and these so-called Baptist preachers that couldn't read 5 years ago. Now you all are making videos because you can't get people to actually follow you. So you had to use Billy Carson's debate with a white boy. No disrespect to my Caucasian families. I got Caucasian families in my family and all that. So this ain't no racist thing. Please don't put me in a racist category. But you all had to do that just to get attention. So now that he had this situation, now y'all celebrating in the whole shebang. He lost, but he lost to him. He didn't lose to y'all. So do better. That's it. Do better. Y'all are going in on this man and talking about he's a fraud and all of that. Listen, ain't nothing fraudulent about Billy Carson. Billy Carson has done something that everybody who tries to step out of the box has done. Do something nobody else has done. And as far as Wes Hufff is concerned, Wes, my message to you is keep it going, brother. I respect what you did. You came ready. Billy just wasn't ready. That's it. That's it. Wes, I respect what you did. Yo. But I don't respect the way that it was done. If anybody's ever seen a debate, you set up a debate. You bring up the topics and you speak on it. This ain't no freestyle. So Wes Hufff came, he showed what he was able to do, and guess what he did? He got new people following him. That's beautiful. That's called a tactic. Now, for all of you all that are now following Wes Hufff, please, I think I said his name right. Please, if I said it wrong, please correct me. Hold on, y'all, text just come in. Okay. As a person who claims to be a Christian, if there are any Christians watching this, just do better. Take the same steps that Wes Hufff did to get his degrees and to be more knowledgeable about what he believes in, and do better. For those who are in the conscious community who follow Billy Carson, just do better. That's it. That's all. See, I like both of them. And I think that this needs to continue, because what's going to end up happening is people are going to start reading more. They're going to start studying more. They're going to start observing more of what they have. They're going to start doing better. But then you have the other side. People are going to take this and find a way to get money, subscribers, and followers to their channel. So I ask you all, if you're going to listen to Billy Carson, listen to Billy Carson. Don't believe anything Billy Carson says, because that's what we get trapped in. Do your own research. And if you find something that doesn't make sense, all you got to do is what? Question them. That's all. Wes Hufff. If you follow Wes Hufff, do your research as he has done and become a better person because of it. Now, for those who say that you all don't think that the Emerald Tablets is a real book, and that Mr. Wes Hufff is saying this is a forged book, it's phony, and whatever you want to believe, here's a question for you guys. And I want you all to pay attention to this, and I know this is going to be recorded and downloaded and everything. There's a passage in the Emerald Tablets that talk about the halls of Amenti. And in the tablets of the halls of Amenti, they describe a particular place underneath the pyramids, which they found 25 years ago. Another part of that book describes an area where there's a map about a particular constellation, and that map was inside of the Queen's chamber in the pyramid of Khufu. Now, the person that found or discovered these books, as they're saying this is an accurate forgery, There was no way that he could have known that that map existed inside the Queen's Chamber of the pyramids. I'm going to say that again. There is a part in the book where it describes the halls of Amenti, and it describes a particular chamber inside of the Queen's Chamber inside the pyramid that's in the Emerald Tablets. And the person that Wes Hufff says, I think his name was Dorio, claimed was a forged book. There was no way that that man could have known that chamber existed inside the Queen's Chamber, because in the late 1990s, early 2000s, they found it. Now, am I saying that that book is accurate 100%? No. What I'm saying is that even though you feel it's a forgery, Mr. Hufff, that exact account as it was described in that book is exactly what they found in the pyramids. So it cannot be a forgery. It can be rewritten, but that can't be a forgery, because Dorio never went to the pyramids with those scientists to actually see that chamber that was talked about in that book. The same way that people are saying that the Red Sea incident with Moses wasn't real, but they're finding areas that describe the Pharaoh's army being crushed by drowning. And guess what they found in that area? Chariots. The same way they're saying there's no way that Noah could have built an ark, but they're in Turkey seeing particles that lead back to that time period. Was Noah's Ark a true story? Yes. Why? Because it's been thousands upon thousands of years of this information being out there. Does that mean that it's false? No. Does that mean that it's true? No. It doesn't mean anything unless you can show proof. They are finding articles in that area. Just like Billy Carson said, Jesus was a real person. He said that there's places in Egypt right now that shows the areas where he slept at. He said that. Many of you all didn't catch that. All you caught was him getting caught up after he got sick, according to what they said. I'm just paraphrasing. This ain't me on Billy Carson's nuts. I'm saying that anybody, even Wes, can have a bad day. All right. But to my black people, get off of Wes Huff's jock, because it makes you look weak. All right. So my take on that, Billy, man, look, let them have it. You keep going. You've created a podcast. You've created music. You help people that are poor, who need help. You've donated lots of money. You have been out and done things. Now people are calling you fraud. Them same individuals ain't even met you to even debate you, to even talk about what you're saying is falsified or anything. Man, keep going. I'm taking from a person that had cancer, that almost died, 7 years cancer free. I'm telling you, some of the things that you talked about, I've used and helped hundreds of people keep from getting COVID because of you, brother. So if you hear this, I'm telling you, what you said about that worked. Ain't nothing fraudulent about it. I helped save a person that was so bad that he was coughing up blood in balls. And 3 days later, he did good. Another brother that I know, he passed away. He passed away. He actually drowned. That still bothers me. Had COVID in Cuba, and I helped him because of what I learned from you. So let these people say what they're going to say. They probably haven't even gone outside their house. Now to Mr. Wes Hufff, keep it going, brother. I respect what you did. I just don't respect the way that it was done. I hope that you and Billy Carson actually have a debate. And I respect you even more because you said, I would do this again. I hate the legalities and all that. And I hate what his wife said. But then I found out that they said if they debate you, that the money will go to charity. Now, that's what I heard. I don't know how accurate it is. But if that's the case, I respect them even more. But to anyone that watched that debate, Please learn something from it. Don't just look at that video like a lot of us do on YouTube and we don't do our own research. Go and read like I did. Go and read the Gospel of Barnabas like I did. Don't look at it as if it's a falsified thing because somebody else said it. Read it so at least you can say, even though I don't believe in it, I at least read the book. Just like the Gospels of James, Thomas, Mary, and any other Gospels. Read it so that you know. So if you don't know, you can't be a person that says this person's phony, this person's a fraud, this person's fake. If you don't know it, like I said, I've read the Enuma Elish. I've read the 7 tablets of creation. I've read the tablets of Gilgamesh. I've read the Gospel of Barnabas. I've read a couple other books, and I've also read the Emerald Tablets, not just one, but several versions of it. Why? Because I'm one who seeks knowledge. Okay? There are things that man has said that is absolutely correct based upon the research. It does not have to be absolutely correct, but it can be accurate based upon research. What have you researched? Stop being judgmental, Christians, because a lot of stuff that you all don't know about, you just accept it because it sounds good after they play gospel music. So, Billy, there's a book called The 48 Laws of Power. In it says, retreat and return with superior firearms. Get a team, brother. Get a team of researchers. Y'all sit down, get a live debate, and make this debate a charity so that everybody can learn from it. Wes Hufff, I follow you. I listen to what you're saying. It's a couple of things I kind of like, but that's just my opinion. If you believe in what you believe in, if you believe in the love of Jesus Christ, if you believe in that, man, be the best Christian that you can ever be. Okay? I am not a Christian, but I acknowledge Christ consciousness, however you want to take it. I believe in the terminology of there were many things that man did that could not be contained in this book. And that's, if I'm not mistaken, the last scripture in John. But I also acknowledge the things that I will do, you will do greater. And that, according to that book, came from his mouth. But I also acknowledge a few other passages, such as this terminology. And I said this in my first video. There was a book that talked about the 7 tests that Jesus went through, and one after the supposed crucifixion, that he goes to Egypt and he goes to a test of strength and fear. And in the end, the elders asked him, what did you learn from this experience? And he said that if man would use the power of his will, his chains will fall like worthless rags. Now, could he have said that? Possibly. Could it be a forgery? Possibly. But does the message make sense about the power of one's will? Now, I could turn that into a beautifully put together story. And if it touches your heart, you can believe it. But then you may find out that that came from Jack the Ripper. The point I'm making is how it affects you is for you. How it affects somebody else is for somebody else. Did you learn from it? All right. Whoever watched me, I appreciate y'all watching it. I'm not going to stay on it too long. I got to finish up this outfit. I'm a professional airbrush artist. I just wanted to give my opinion about it. Learn from this and grow from this and vibrate higher and be a better version of yourself. Take it from somebody that dealt with colon cancer, almost died, had to start 8 years of his life over again. 8 years to get to a point where I'm at peace with myself. That's the Christism in you. That's the God in you. Seek ye the kingdom of God first. And if Billy, if you're doing right, the heck with what everybody else say. Man, keep going. Keep going. Man, you got a woman and shout out to his wife. You know why? Because most of us don't even have a decent woman that'll sit up here and have our back when things are down. That woman came on and backed her man. How many of you all got a woman that strong? Message. All right, y'all, be safe. I command you to be great. I command you to be prosperous. I command you to be greater today than you were yesterday. Billy, Wes, salute. We need more of that. Peace.